Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. Today we're going to be talking about a potential black swan event happening. We're also going to be addressing what's happening in the market, as I did do a video just recently on the overall market update, but I just want to give you guys a quick insight. Things are still fine. Like I said, I'm expecting a little bit of some volatility on Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. Things still look fine to me overall. Yeah, we can come down lower. Like I said, there's levels that we need to break in order to go much lower. 50 or not 50, 45.3K is my overall next target point for Bitcoin. If we don't hold that, then yes, we will come down lower to retest a support zone between 41K to a roughly 44.5K. So with that being said, I'm still looking overall on the market. We do see XRP down about 1 or 8% down to $1.08. I'm honestly waiting for XRP to either break below $1.05 or $1. I still have buys down in that 80-cent zone. Like 85 cents is my last buy order for XRP, and I'm totally fine if it gets missed. I'm just saying, like, that's where I will personally be buying XRP. If we don't get there, totally fine. But that's where I will be looking to load up more XRP. But things are turning red. Pretty much people are most likely going to be panicking today. If we actually come over to the fear and greed index, for an example, we could see that the overall market is still greed. This actually updates within 23 hours. Let's see where we are there. We'll most likely be around the middle of here, most likely in between neutral or even fearful. So I'm watching everything very closely. Now, in regards to a black swan event, I have told you guys multiple times on this channel I don't like talking about politics. I also don't like to read into skeptics too much and become like a tinfoil hat wearer, for an example, right? But I just want to say a lot of things are happening. For an example, we do see here Beijing threatens counterattack if White House reports on COVID origins, blames Wuhan lab leak again. Now, like I said, I don't like to talk too much about COVID and stuff. Like, I think everybody is entitled to their own opinion on things. But I'm just saying right now, there is a lot of things happening within the entire government system right now, especially even in regards to the whole Afghanistan things. Things are boiling up very fast. I would not be surprised if we did see some major updates in regards to the indices, in regards to the overall volatile things that are happening throughout the world right now. Honestly, I'm watching stocks very closely throughout the week. Obviously, once we get into the weekend, you won't be able to watch stocks as they don't, run live on the weekend. But I will be watching this very closely as we do see stocks turning a little bit volatile. We actually seen some red weeks on stocks recently, but it wasn't anything too crazy. Here is the US indices just to give you guys an insight. Most things are red for the most part. Again, I'm also watching crypto, right? Because crypto is very volatile right here. But the thing about crypto compared to, stocks and stuff or like major black swan events, is the idea that crypto will still continue to thrive, because risk assets, when the dollar is dropping and stuff like that, actually move a lot quicker. But the problem is that we're also talking about the black swan flip the switch era that's going to be happening, or so a lot of people think is going to be happening, in regards to XRP and stuff and the financial switch. And I do think that that is going to happen at some point in time, even in regards to the US, right? When we talk about the US dominancy over the entire world, we know that the US dominates in terms of money and everything like that. But what happens when the most overall dominant country pretty much gets, ousted as being weak and this and that? We see a massive overall switch flip. And when we talk about that, I do think that that's already happening, especially in regards to China's CBDC. Now, also, I want to talk to you guys about this. It's here, breaking thread. The State Department has been hit by a cyber attack, and notifications of a possible serious breach were made by the Department of Defense Cyber Command. Now, this goes back 5 days. We do see here, it is unclear when the breach was discovered, but it is believed to have happened a couple weeks ago. A source familiar tells Fox the State Department's ongoing mission to evacuate Americans and allied refugees in Afghanistan have not been affected. The extent of the breach, investigation into the suspected entity behind it, efforts taken to mitigate it, and any ongoing risk to operations remains unclear. So we are seeing a lot of blackouts and stuff like that happening. This could potentially lead to a major, blackout happening in terms of, the internet going down, for an example, DDoS attacks, stuff like that happens very quickly. Now, again, I just want to say, in regards to what is happening right now, with the whole financial switch happening over in China into a CBDC, we also see a lot of financial things happening in regards to financial collapses. We also see a lot of gold buying happening. For an example, let's actually move over to here. We do see here the last 10 days, Palantir buys gold bars as hedge against a black swan event. Central bank gold purchases is 39% over the 5-year average in the first half of 2021. Egyptian billionaire, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I'd butcher it, says to invest up to 30% of a portfolio in gold. Probably nothing. And I just want to say right now, when we see gold being bought as a major hedge against black swan events, what do you think is honestly going to be happening? I'm not trying to say this to be fearful or anything like that, but we also see here, it is not good when the company that manages security and COVID-19 data for governments around the world buys $50 million in gold bars in case of a black swan event. That's not a normal corporate move, and I hope reporters are asking questions. I'm just saying, I believe that we could be seeing a major black swan event within the stock market. I've talked to you guys about a collapse in the stock market as well as in the housing market. I think that we are ranging. I've told you guys for the past couple months now that inflation rates are absolutely ridiculous right now. They're saying 5%. I think it's much higher. And when we talk about indices, right, I honestly think that when we talk about the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, I think all three of those have been massively inflated for a very long time with printed capital to make sure that the markets look very good. A lot more money's flowing into them. We do see a lot of buying happening. Even going back to 2020 within like the stimulus checks and stuff, we're trying to prop up this market. And while we're propping it up, we also see inflation rates rising at an astronomical level, going even back to like 2000 and even earlier, right? We even go back to like the 1970s. And the inflation rates are astronomically high right now. And we do see that, in my opinion, the stock market is massively inflated. So I honestly think that a massive black swan event is going to be hitting the stock market very soon. I don't think that it's going to take too much longer either. I think that this is going to happen, within the coming months, most likely into the fall. I think that Christmas is going to be a very rough time for a lot of people. I also think around that time, we also see a lot of prices increasing on electronics and stuff due to the overall volatility within inflation rates. But we also see here, black swan event is coming to the stock market, but in the crypto market, I will stick to the stock to flow model until proven wrong, and it is going up. Black swan event 2021 in crypto already happened in May. It actually happened in March of 2020 as well. It happened in March of 2020, and it also happened in May. But we do see our stock to flow model. This is showing Bitcoin and how we get to these Bitcoin prices. First off, I don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million. I actually think that by 2025, we will be in a massive utility market. But this is fairly good to see, as we do see the stock flow as well as the overall Bitcoin price opposed to it as well. So I think that this is very good to see. Again, we also see the days until next halving over here and all that stuff. But I will range and I will actually wager my bets on the fact that while the indices will flow out, we will see a massive influx in crypto. And again, I think that XRP is one of those assets to watch during this time, because when we talk about a financial switch being flipped, and I know that a lot of YouTubers say that, I know a lot of people say that as well, but I've talked about how XRP will get to $100 plus, and that is talking about utility cases, acceptance, and overall all of that. In regards to saving the inflation rates, saving the capital markets, saving it all, guess what XRP, or guess what we need to do? We need to accept. We need to overall adopt and innovate within cryptocurrencies. XRP is the #1 choice, in my opinion, to fix financial problems like liquidity concerns, liquidity crises, and also just overall moving capital a lot quicker. Even going back to 2020, when we've seen, the major influx of COVID and we had, stimulus payments and even taxes, like a lot of people were waiting months to get their tax return. XRP will solve that problem. It will allow governments to send payments to individuals and track them easily on blockchain in 3 to 5 seconds. So I do think that a major collapse is happening very soon in terms of the indices. A black swan event most likely will occur as well. We're talking about in the last 10 days, all of this stuff is all adding up in regards to gold being, hodled. We also see even silver being hodled. A lot of those precious metals are being bought up. And I'm telling you guys right now, you need to start paying attention to what is happening within all of these markets, not just crypto. I tell you guys all the time, keep an eye on indices. Keep an eye on all of these risk assets because it all plays together in one. But I'm telling you guys right now, secure your crypto. I have a ledger link down in the comments below. You need to secure your crypto because things are going to get really rough very fast. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.